All right, what's going on, beautiful people? It's North Shore 9 Postgame Show, powered by Primanti Brothers. I'm Tyler. With me is my guy, Dougie Fresh. Dougie, it's been a while. How are we doing, my friend?
I'm excellent. Outstanding. How are you, sir?
A lot better now I get to see you, and as I'm trying to raise myself to almost like the Pirates did tonight, raising it.
Yeah. Wait. This is a post-game show? I've got Titus Dimitru emergency podcast stuff ready. The Pirates swung that big trade today. I didn't know. I didn't watch the game. What happened? Anything interesting?
Yeah, the Pirates just went ahead and won 4 in a row for funsies.
Isn't this their 5th in a row?
5th in a row? Is that what we're on? I don't actually know anymore.
Swept the Mets and have taken the series from the hated St. Louis Cardinals.
Doug, when you're 13 games below 500, I don't know how many games in a row you've won.
Yeah, Look, but they could, if they turn this winning streak into a 17 gamer, I think they'll be like 3 under. So
I mean, Doug, I had this conversation with Jim last night. What if the Pirates just won 10 in a row? What if they did?
Yeah, just 10 in a row, right? And then you say, right, pick up 2 games a month, 3 games a month.
I know, guys. Yeah, 5. I know it's 5. Sunday, I just kind of tuned out. Wasn't paying attention. But yes, 5 in a row. Buccos are rolling. We're here. We're giving out sandwiches. Before we give out sandwiches, let me tell you guys about BetOnline. BetOnline continues to be your number one source for all your sports betting action. And with baseball in full swing and football season around the corner, BetOnline has more ways to stay in on the action with your latest odds, news, and scores, even live in-game betting. From MLB, UFC, tennis, NFL futures, BetOnline remains your choice for sports wagering info. In between games, head over to the BetOnline Casino with the top Vegas-style games, including poker and live casino. Head to the website today and take advantage of their industry-leading VIP program with level-up bonuses and weekly cash boosts. BetOnline, the game starts here. 1-0 win over the Cards. Doug,
you gotta love that. You gotta love beating. Anytime we beat St. Louis, I don't care for 100 games under. If we beat St. Louis, I'm happier. We did it in our more traditional manner. We got 0 run support for Paul Skenes, which I've been concerned about since the first game of this winning streak. I'm like, Paul Skenes must be watching him score 10 runs, 9 runs, and just being pissed, right? Like, I don't need 9. I need one run, And
got your one, buddy.
Yeah, Well, he didn't get it though. It came, but it came. So right. He wasn't as sharp. He's sort of been. It's so weird to say he's been scuffling as he gave us 5 shutout innings. He is. And again, I was going to say he has struggled against St. Louis. He's pitched against him 4 times, doesn't have it. 5 times now, doesn't have it. His ERA was 2.36 coming in. That's Paul Skenes' version of struggling, right? I mean, again, man, people appreciate what you're seeing here. This is one. Solid argument that he is already the best pitcher ever for the Pittsburgh Pirates. Jim was saying it 3 starts in last year. I have to, give him credit. I saw Babe Adams pitch. I've seen Bob Friend. I've seen Vern Law. This Skenes kid, he's got it. So it's good for him.
I'm really glad that you compare him to Satchel Paige tonight and Tom Seaver and
he's got
everyone else. You've seen Seaver.
I have seen Seaver. Yes.
Yeah, I know you've seen Seaver. But Satchel Paige, I know that's a little bit before your time here.
Yeah. I guess saw him at a game once, but not playing in a game.
There we go. I guess let's just start it there, Doug. We talked about Skenes a little bit. My original thought about Skenes tonight, and he does go 5 innings, strikes out 5, only walks 1. Really, for a point there, in all reality, he was relatively efficient. Like he could have got through 6 if he really wanted to, or if the Pirates wanted them to.
Yeah, he had 88 pitches. He could have right. He
He
could
could
have
have. He could
gone
have
and
got 6
got
maybe.
out in 10 pitches and been fine.
Paul Skenes pitched tonight like somebody pissed him off.
Yeah.
Because he was a little bit erratic. And the velocity was up. I think we saw all the way up to 101.
Yeah, what did he hit? He hit 100 at least 4 times.
I saw
And
101
I
at
think
one point.
yeah.
So like he pitched pissed off, but also like you need a little bit more than that. You can't pitch pissed off all the time here, but you're really good at this. And of course, he was really good tonight. But Paul, you can just reel it in a touch. And I don't know what was going on tonight. Maybe he just felt good. Maybe he didn't feel great, but he didn't seem to have a real good feel for the off-speed stuff. Anything secondary, just had no command of that. But when you throw 101 with the fastball, who the hell cares?
Yeah, I mean, again, this is Paul Skenes struggling. 5 shutout innings with 5 strikeouts, 1 walk. I mean, yeah, there was some traffic on the base
Mhm.
paths. The Pirates defense picked him up, which
Yeah.
is a sentence I don't get to say too much. And you know, my guy Tommy Pham, you guys have been down on him all year. I've been his champion, and Tommy Pham comes through.
I caught that like 2 seconds after you said it, but
Right. I've been championing him since yesterday,
man,
and
what inning was that, Doug? Was that the
Guys, I don't know.
God?
It was in
I
the
don't
first
even
5.
remember
It was
anymore.
in the first 5 innings. I know that.
Yeah, I think it was the 5th. Tommy Pham gets a line drive hit to him. Literally a game-saving play. Tommy
Yeah.
Pham guns him at home. I'm telling you, like, what a throw. What a, like, couple weeks from Tommy Pham.
Yeah. Isn't it something? I mean, we are a fickle bunch, no
Man,
doubt
like,
about it, right?
Doug, I'm not one to really get fired up about any of these games when they're this bad. What's the matter? Don't really care. Tonight, just I had a little juice tonight. Like,
Yeah.
they're playing good baseball right now. You get a big play like that, like, you see the momentum building. You see the belief starting to happen with this team. I'm not saying they're good. They're not, but you're starting to see some of the, like, you're seeing the culture being built.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. They're not good yet, but they're not bad in the ways that make us all frustrated, right? You know what I'm saying? They're not beating themselves, right? We know they're not more talented than the Cardinals. They're not more talented than probably anybody in the division or anybody in baseball for that matter. But the frustrating thing about this team was how often they ran into outs. How often, that play that they had, I think that was in the 6th inning where Gonzalez, 3 guys converge and
Mhm.
nobody catches the ball.
Right.
That's what we've been seeing a lot of this year. And when we've seen that, it's hurt us. We've immediately followed it up with a pitcher who's been throwing a gem, then gives up a double, that sort of thing. But no, they're picking their teammates up. They're making good plays. It's they seem like they're all in together. Neil's gonna, I'm sorry, Neil, we've had a blood oath on this, but I'm beginning to think Donnie Kelly's got something to do with this. Um, they're certainly playing it seems like a little more focused. They're playing better fundamental baseball. Less of the mental errors. There's still been some stuff here and there that
Oh, yeah.
we haven't been thrilled with, but that happens. We see that all the time. The Cardinals had some issues today. We've seen it with
Mhm.
other teams as well. Nobody's perfect anymore. Fundamentals aren't what they were, but again, the Pirates have played a little better recently, and again, so even when they lose, and again, we've won 5 in a row, but it's not as frustrating. You're like, okay, they got beat by a better team. That's
It's
going to happen.
good.
You know?
Like, it's
Right.
better. It is watchable
Yeah.
baseball games. I
Right.
went
Yeah.
from good to better to watchable.
Yeah. 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 And watchable it's a good term. Right.
I'll take
I'm
watchable.
not, I'm just not here, hanging my head at the TV, cursing
Right.
and going to my phone to watch Britain's Got Talent golden buzzers or some crap like that. I'm actually staying engaged with the game,
Yeah, I'm
and
not scrolling down
yeah,
TikTok anymore.
right, exactly. It's been better baseball and certainly better results, and it's a 5-game winning streak. Um, don't worry, Jim. Colin Holderman is I think is he at single A or is he triple A? He's
He is at
somewhere. He's
Triple A now.
pitching.
He
Yeah,
has gotten his rehab
yeah.
assignment is up to Triple A now.
It's just a matter of time before he will be holding down that 8th inning. So, I mean, Bednar has only encouraged them. So,
Well, Doug, you talked about the 8th inning, and let's just jump right to there because that's where all the magic happened.
yeah.
So Brian Hayes starts off the 8th inning with a single. He gets moved over he gets moved to third on a Adam Frazier double. And this is the biggest part of the game here. Henry Davis. We've counted on him time and time again. I'm Doug. We're all on the same page. We're praying for Henry Davis to become anything relevant, anything that will help this team.
Okay. Yeah, we've lowered our expectations. We're lowering what we're hoping for. We're hoping he can be, continue to be solid defensively. And when I said this the other day, Jim said that he's just been average defensively, but he's got an elite arm. Well, that to me makes him a little above average defensively because both of those things are part of it. And he also calls a very good game. Ask Mike Burrows. Look at the difference of Mike Burrows when he pitches to Joey Bart and when he pitches to Henry Davis. So if he can continue to improve defensively and do that and just get a little bit of a bat going, right? Do this, right? He's got a guy in third, get that run in. Stop with the weak pop-ups to third, the ground outs to third, that sort of thing. And hopefully some power and other stuff will come along. It takes catchers longer. He's clearly been focusing on his defense, you can tell, because a year and a half ago, we wouldn't even in a blowout put him in for an inning at catcher, and now he's our best defensive catcher. So he has definitely been putting in the work. So yeah, that was exciting. He got him in. You would have loved to add on there, like we have been doing over the past couple of games, but not meant to be today.
Doug, what I really want to talk about that at bat, Henry Davis. He goes up 1-0 on a slider that kind of hangs around the zone, but it's a pitch that you're just built to roll over on. Good approach there. The situation. You got runners on second and third, no outs. I need something I can lift. Lays off the first one. Takes a hack at the second one, slider in on the zone, something he can pull. That's fine. Love the swing there too. Love everything about that. Third pitch I would not have swung at. I don't know how he did anything with it. Like, it was a good pitch. It's down in the zone. No reason he should be able to lift that. No reason. Right. But that's the difference we're seeing right now with the Pirates. Henry Davis there, he is going up there with the thought, I am lifting a baseball come hell or high water, and I'm going to drive this run in.
Right. Yeah, that was 100% focus.
That's it.
Right. He wasn't trying to crush anything. He wanted to make sure he got that ball in the air
scoring a run
far enough to score.
I am playing team baseball right now.
Right. I'm going to win this game by sacrificing. Yeah. Yeah.
Like, they're playing team baseball. Yeah. I feel like that's the biggest way to put Don Kelly. Team baseball.
Yeah, they look connected to each other. They look like they feel obligated to each other. This team had been lifeless, right? That we would come on these shows so frequently and say, man, they just sort of phoned it in again today. No life, nothing. And again, here's a game where they only scored one run. They don't get that run until the 8th inning. And not for 1 second did I think that they weren't engaged, that this was a lifeless, sleepwalking, going through the motions.
It felt like a let's grind this game out.
Yeah, exactly.
We don't have it. Like, we're struggling against the other arm today. And Primanti, he pitched well. He did.
Yeah.
But it felt like that game where it's, all right, he's got his stuff today. Our guy's got his stuff. Let's try to grind this out. It didn't feel like one of them games we've seen before, Doug, where it's Paul Skenes looks really good. The other guy looks like shit, but this team can't score, so let's pray we can score before the end of it. No, this felt like an actual gosh darn baseball game.
Yeah, the Pirates only struck out 4 times today. So many of these games, it's like, they've had 18 strikeouts against some guy that, throws 87 miles an hour, And I mean, again, it's just, yes, it's a 1-0 victory. Yes, they didn't score. They didn't really hit very well. They only had 4 hits, but somehow
They
it was a
grind.
much better game, much better approach than they had in games, just a month or so ago. So,
But it was a battle that
mm,
you could see it. Like, you can see every at bat they had today. It was just, you're trying to figure it out. You're trying to figure it out. It's not just a lifeless, all right, let's go up here and maybe at some point we'll score. You see approaches. You see them trying to do something with the pitch that's being thrown to them. You just see them playing baseball.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, you're proud of this team. You know what I'm saying? Like, this team.
Thank you. That's it,
Yeah,
dog. Like,
right.
I
We're
could take
proud
pride
of
in
this
them
team.
right
We
now.
were so disgusted by the team that was playing in April and May. And this team, while, not dramatically better results wise, but I don't feel embarrassed watching them like I have. I don't feel
Dog,
embarrassed coming on this show going, what the hell? I could be watching 28 days later or something, something like that right now.
for the
But
God's
no,
sake, like,
instead I watch this junk, right?
man, there's so many games where it's like they mailed it in, I'm mailing it in.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, I don't
Yeah,
want to
yeah. I
talk
mean,
about them
we
again.
sleepwalk through the first 3 innings. They're like, okay, if they're not engaged, why should I be? How can I be?
Yeah,
So,
and
yeah,
then all of a sudden it's ninth inning. Oh, yeah, game happened. Yeah, there's a different intensity right now. I'm enjoying watching them play right now. It's been fun. Like, I like watching the Pirates play baseball at this moment in time. Talk to me in a week, I'll probably change my mind, but right
yeah.
now I'm
It's
enjoying it.
subject to change, right? I'm not ready to say we are back, but I feel much more enthused, much better about what I'm doing, much more
Right.
engaged, and like I said, it's fun watching them now for the first time, all year. I'm really enjoying these games.
And then the next guy to talk about, we talked about Paul Skenes. We talked a little bit about how Henry Davis drove the run in, but a guy that we definitely aren't talking about enough. Caleb Ferguson said, dude, Doug.
Yeah.
I love this fella. I love this fella. He's a dog. I love the way he goes at guys. I
Yes.
love everything about this dude. I
Right.
want to keep him forever.
Yeah. Oh, that's my. I don't want them to trade. And I realize he could really bring a good return if we had a competent person making those trades. But I don't trade this guy. No, 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 no. No.
That's
A
the dude I
left-handed
want in that
guy.
clubhouse.
Yeah, yeah. A left-handed guy like this that attacks that way, goes after hitters. Loving it.
Yeah,
Loving it.
and you see him after innings, he's fired up every time. Like,
Yeah.
you see the life he can bring to a team. I love everything about Caleb Ferguson that we've seen so far. He was awesome again tonight. 1 hit, 2 innings, 2 strikeouts. Just, another scoreless outing for fun
Ho
because
hum. Right.
that's all he does.
Ho hum.
Like, he's got a 2.61 ERA, Doug, and we don't talk about him enough. He has been
No, we
awesome.
don't. We don't. And I mean, that kind of applies to the next guy too. Right?
He,
And
you
we've been
want to
giving
talk
him
about a
some love here
dog?
recently. Yeah. But man, this Isaac Mattson, I mean, he's up from my neck of the woods, so I'm just gonna act like we're second cousins or something because I am loving this guy. Um, Yeah, I mean, it's just, I mean,
Mhm.
again, and I didn't see it coming, right? I
No,
thought he was one of those guys that was
that's
going to
where
be
it's
up and
fun.
down, right? He's like, he'll be up here. They'll have him throw 72 pitches in 2 innings and then send him down and bring him back a month later. No,
Mhm.
no. Now he's pitching, he's pitching in the 8th inning of 1-run games. I mean,
Right.
and I'm glad, right? I'm not covering my eyes. I'm not, you know,
I
I mean, I was a little
and
upset with Dennis Santana, during this game for taking a
right.
swing, especially
But
at a swing that you
also,
couldn't hit.
man, like, I haven't felt like this in a while. Like, maybe it's uh, I don't remember the last guy the last reliever I've thought when they come in, I'm like, you got my full support. I want you to get these guys out. Just like
Yeah.
personally, where like I am rooting for you. Isaac Mattson, that guy for me.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's right. It's the same way. It's like, oh God. I mean, this is past being a good story now.
I want him to be good
He's
so bad.
right. He is being a dominant reliever. So it's forget the good vibes, and I mean, I'm loving the good vibes, but
Vibes are great.
man, it's
And
again we're in a
Doug, he
1-0
walked 2 tonight.
game. Yeah,
He struck out
we're
9.
yeah we're we're in a 1-0 game. We don't have Dennis Santana, and I'm like, oh, just bring Mattson in. Problem
Yeah.
solved.
Well, let's
Not
roll
worried at
Mattson.
all. Yeah.
Run it back, baby.
Yeah.
But no, like, I love the way he attacks hitters. And tonight was like, he walked 2 tonight. And really, like, he didn't throw as many fastballs as he usually does. He mixed the changeup in a good bit more. And then when he decided, well, actually, yeah, I think his last out was with the changeup. I think it was a pop-up, maybe a grounder. I don't remember exactly what it was, but he was less on the fastball tonight. He still threw 16 of them. But generally, if he throws 30 pitches, 28 are going to be fastball.
Yeah.
So tonight, he mixed it up a little more. Got the outs. Let's get back to Isaac Mattson being Isaac Mattson. You throw gas. That's not really gas, but you blow it by him. Let's roll with it, man.
Yeah, apparently he's got good extension or something. I don't know, but
yeah, it's not even that. I don't know. I don't actually.
Yeah, we don't know. I don't know what it is,
idea.
but I'm certainly enjoying it as it happens.
Yeah, it's really fun. Like when you have a 1.72 ERA, it's really fun. And then let's just roll on to the 9th inning here. David Bednar, we had our
Things
first.
got interesting. Yeah,
it got interesting. Doug, David Bednar, we had our first really interesting David Bednar experience in a long time. Couple walks there. Let's just jump to the fun. Spencer Horwitz fields the ground ball. It goes to review. Horwitz, they roll it. He calls him out they call him out the plate. Horwitz threw him out. Great play by Horwitz, man.
Yes.
He is a very good defensive first baseman.
It's so nice watching a guy that can play that position. It's been so long. We're throwing second baseman over there and DH is over there and guys who've never played it before. And he, and again, he wasn't advertised as a great fielder or anything, but you know what he is? A first baseman. He knows how to play it. He knows the subtleties and the nuance. And right, it's. I mean, he had a couple good plays today.
Yeah.
Again, they're playing in a way that just makes you happy, makes you proud, and it's like, yes, that's what's supposed to happen there. And so often, our first baseman pass sail that thing 10 feet over Henry's head, and we're just like, oh, Pirate's got a pirate.
The game's over.
Yeah. But that was I mean, it was just brilliant. And man, you and I were watching it as the review. And we're like, I think he's safe, but I had no faith in the Pirates getting the call. I mean, it looked like he was safe.
We're going back and forth here because you can't tell. It took him like 5 reviews to get to the right replay. And eventually, I think you could tell that he was out, but what a play by Horwitz there.
Yeah, it was just outstanding. I think that was his second really good play of the game. And
as Penn would call him, Spencer, the Iron Dome Horwitz saves the game.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Penn.
Thank you, Mr. Penn, for the $2. Yeah, Spencer Horwitz did end up saving the game there. Let's talk a little bit about Bednar. He was shaky tonight. He looked bad, but it's fine.
I was, again, even when I thought there somewhat that they were going to lose this game, things were going, I was like, I'm not going to be mad at Bednar. He's been nearly perfect for, since he returned. Started off a little slow, but again, he still hasn't blown a save technically. He's got a couple losses, but it was his 12th save. He, again, Bednar's back. I'm expecting to see Bednar in the 9th instead of going, oh gee, I hope they bring in Santana instead, or anybody. So he was a little shaky, and that's fine. Because you can't be perfect every single game. Right. And again, his little shaky, with a little help from his defense, yielded 0 runs and got the save. So it's nice to see that, because usually a Pirate pitcher makes a bad pitch, makes a mistake. and they usually lose 1-0 or 2-1. So, again, the team as a whole overcame it, and his teammates picked him up a little, and 5 in a row, the longest win streak of the
5 in a
year.
row, Dougie.
All right, and you can chalk off the Mets to the Mets were struggling and scuffling. The Cardinals came in on fire. So, and they're always a tough nightmare team for the Pirates. So, you taking the series.
Take a
So,
series from the Cardinals, who
yeah,
are 7 games over 500, which makes no sense because they're terrible.
they don't look. It's because they're the
They're not
Cardinals,
good.
right? They don't look good. That lineup doesn't scare. And then,
No, the lineup sucks. The pitchers suck. Like, Palante sucks too. Like, they suck. It makes no sense. They suck.
I hate them.
They're not a good baseball team. But, Doug, let me ask you this. I'm trying to get, like, what's your feel on this team right now? Like, I don't really know right now.
Yeah, I'm 107 years old. I've seen a lot of baseball. It's a 5-game win streak, and sort of in a stretch where they have absolutely nothing to lose, right? And at this point, it still looks like absolutely nothing to gain. Um, it would take a 10-game win streak just to get them, where you could say, gosh, if they could have another 10-game win streak, they could get right back in this thing. So, um, yeah, I mean, I'm going to enjoy it while it lasts. I'm going to appreciate it, embrace it. Um, I mean, again, they got 23 games this month. Yeah, are they going to go 16-7? Can they do that? Can they go? Can they go
Not.
15-8? Why not? Right? Can they go
Why not?
15-8?
Why not us? Why
Why
not us?
not us?
Why not us?
I remember those days. Let's see here.
Why not us, Doug?
I mean, you're not wrong. Let's see. The schedule in July. Seattle. They're nothing. We can handle Seattle.
Oh yeah, easy. Light work.
Right.
Next.
No problem with Seattle.
Next.
Somehow I'm on the 20. Wait a minute. Somehow I went to the 24. Okay, there we go. Seattle, Kansas City.
Next.
They're pretty far removed.
6-0.
Minnesota.
What's next?
Now these are all on the road.
9-0.
Seattle,
Bored.
Kansas City, Minnesota. 9-game road trip before the All-Star break.
I'm bored.
And then we come back to home to the White Sox.
No, 12-0.
Right. And then we play Detroit. I mean, they've only got the
15-0.
best record in the American League, so nothing to it there.
15-0 easy.
Arizona, 3 more games with Arizona.
Oh, they're terrible.
Yeah,
it's hot
terrible.
there. They're going to be tired.
Then we go on to the road to San Francisco and Colorado.
Oh yeah, they're all losers out there.
I'm scared to death of Colorado, of course.
So they're all high there. Yeah. So what's it matter? That's 21, 24 in a row. All right, perfect.
Yeah, and then we come back 3 games. We're into August now, but 3 games at home with San Francisco. I mean, at home we're nearly unbeatable with Donnie Kelly.
They're a bunch of hippies. They're 27 in a row.
And then 4 with Cincinnati. I mean, they suck. So
Oh yeah, they're terrible. 30 in a row. 30 plus 37, 67, and what's the record right now? I'm waiting on the ticker to update here. That puts us at 67 and 50.
I think we're
okay.
Yeah, we're 37 and 50 now. Yeah.
All right, we're in great shape.
Yeah, just a mere 13 under, and we're going to pick that up in 2. Before the All-Star break, we'll have that picked up. So,
So you figure 30 games. How long is it going to take us? Like August 10th?
Yeah, that takes us like the second week of August.
Okay. Yeah.
And don't forget the boost we're going to get at the trade deadline. Of course, we're going to be buyers, and we're going to go get a significant, outfielder type that is being paid money and everything, and it's going to be great.
I think by the Steiner math, that means the Pirates are going to win 190 games.
Yeah, that seems about right. Yeah.
If you add the 30 plus the 80 plus the 90 games, that puts them somewhere around 190 games they win. Yeah.
Yeah. Which I think will be a record. I think that'll be a record.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, look, the Washington Nationals won a World Series a couple years ago, and on June 1st, they were 19 and 31. We're not much different than that on July 1st.
Yep, that's all we did.
Yeah.
All right, Doug, you ready to give away sandwiches? I think I
I
gave.
am,
I did
because
enough
people are
math.
like, I know these
Yeah,
lunatics.
they're done with me.
I'm
Let's move
hungry.
on.
Get these guys out of here.
Right. All right, let's give away some Sammys here. Let me figure out how to do this. It's been a while since I've had to do it myself. I'm gonna have to do it the old-fashioned way, I guess, because there we go. Never mind. Figured it out. All
Hashtag
right,
raise it.
159 entries. Good.
Hashtag raise
night.
it. Like,
Let's roll.
subscribe, join, tell a friend. Watch our other shows. No Mike.
160 now.
No rant today.
All right, let's roll with the first one. Good luck, everybody. Who do we got? Allison M. I think that's the first time winner. Allison.
I think
Send
maybe
us an
she won
email.
recently, but for some reason I thought maybe I could be
She
wrong.
might have.
But congratulations, Allison. Thank you
Yes.
for
Send your
joining
email
us.
to us and make sure you have the Primanti Brothers app installed, and we'll get those sandwiches loaded for you. Email, Facebook, Twitter, whatever works for you. But we'll get those loaded, and let's draw number 2. Rolling.
Oh.
Seam Head Matt.
Team Head Matt.
All right.
Excellent. Outstanding. Congratulations, Team Head.
Congrats, Matt. Send us email, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, whatever works for you. Just
download the Primanti's app.
Yep. Get that app on your phone, and then we'll get them loaded on for you. Oop. Congratulations to the 2 winners here. Doug, we have any last words for our viewers here?
Hey, tomorrow it's Mitch Keller.
Mitch Keller Day.
Deserving of wins and runs versus Sonny Gray, who's been pitching lights out. So nothing would make me happier to watch Mitch beat Sonny Gray tomorrow to sweep these wretched birds out of town.
There we go. Let's get the birds out. All right, we're out of here. I'm Tyler. That's Doug. 5 in a row for the Buccos. We're rolling. Give more away tomorrow. We're out of here. Peace out, Girl Scouts.
Thanks, guys.
All right, that wraps up this episode of North Shore 9. Thanks so much for tuning in. Whether you're listening on the podcast or catching us on YouTube, if you enjoyed the show, please give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. It really helps us grow. And if you're listening on the podcast, a quick review goes a long way in helping others find the show. Plus, be sure to tell a friend about us. There's always room for more here in the NS9 community. And for those looking to support us a little more, consider joining our Patreon, become an MVP member, and get exclusive perks while helping us continue to bring you more of the Pirates content you love. Thanks again for all your support, and let's go Bucs.